How's it going, YouTube? Dallasboi here, back with another Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle. And before I address the battle and such, I'd like to welcome those of you who came from NBZ and other places off of the parody I made. And yeah, that was kind of a last-second thing for me to upload on Thursday. But I just felt like uploading it for lulz, and no disrespect to Jace at all. He's a cool guy, and although he's not that nice to me and such, but I still respect him. He's still a pretty good battler. But yeah, we all know how Chase is. But anyways, this battle is against CrispyMelon44. We kind of addressed this battle on Skype, and we were kind of supposed to have a battle a long time ago. And this is an NU battle, and yeah, as you guys will see in this battle, I am not very good at NU. It is probably, NU is probably my worst tier out of all the tiers, and yeah, you guys will see why. But looking at teams, I kind of made this team around Choice Bandit Emboar, as you see in the 6th slot. But the biggest threat to my team is probably going to be the Cincino, because of the coverage it has and the ability to hit certain moves 5 times in a row, and that is actually going to give me a little bit of trouble. The Absol I also see as a huge threat, and that's pretty much a threat list on my end. But biggest threats on my team to his team are probably going to be the Mungus and the Emboar. So if I'm to keep them alive, then I should have a pretty good leeway into this match for me to win. So I hope you guys do enjoy this battle, and let's get the show on the road. So to start the battle off, I'm going to be leading off with my Mungus, knowing that he's going to be leading with his Gigalith, which he does right here. And right off the bat, I'm just going to Sport just so he doesn't get up his Stealth Rocks, because Stealth Rock is probably the most important hazard in the game, let alone move. And although this team isn't really too bothered by rocks, I still like to keep the Gigalith away and keep the hazards off the field since I don't have a Rabbit Spinner. But then I just go for the safe Giga Drain, knowing that Leafeon's gonna be a bit of a pill. And then I just follow up with the Clear Smog as Cincino comes in, because I was predicting a Swords Dance. And then Cincino follows up with a Tail Slap, and it does about 3 hit KO me with 5 Tail Slap. And I get the paralysis on that thing, which is very resourceful. Because if Cincino would have not been paralyzed, then I probably would have had a rougher time with this thing. It probably could have outsped me and pretty much sweat me. But I still want to keep Mungus around, which is why I switched here when I probably should not have, since I did outspeed Cincino on that last turn. And I do go into Danny the Haunter to punch the Tail Slap, but then here I make another terrible play and set up a substitute, kind of thinking that Cincino would have switched out. But thanks to that incredibly stupid move, I lose my Haunter to Rock Blast, completely derping that the Rock Blast would have broken the sub. And yeah. But now I'm going to be sending out my Regirock to set up some Stealth Rocks, because like I said, most important move in the game, and I can sponge whatever hit Cincino wants to go for, including this Bullet Seed, which is also a 3 KO, owing to the fact that Regirock has amazing defenses. Base 200 defense is nothing to scoff at whatsoever. But now out comes Absol, and I pretty much knew that this was going to be a Life Orb Swords Dance set, and probably could sweep my team. So I do go for that Thunder Wave to Priplet, but it turns out that he is actually running Lumberry, and I'm going to get my face pushed in by Absol's Superpower. And at +2, and from that range of health, there is no way that Regirock's going to be living a Superpower, and I just leave him to die. But now out comes Mungus, and it's going to be sponging a Night Slash from the Absol, and then retaliating with a Giga Drain, and it doesn't do a respectable amount so that I feel safe. So I have to get some Regenerator action going on, and switching into my physically defensive Alomomola. And this is a pretty weird Alomomola set. It's a Calm Mind set that I found from Right Card 3. And as Absol does go for the Swords Dance, I do get off a Scald, and I actually land a burn on the Absol. So Absol's sleeping days are pretty much over. It's got one hit left. I let it Night Slash me because I know I can live any hit that it wants to dish out. I mean, even if it is a crit. And so I just set up a Wish, and Absol's dead to burn. But now out comes Trash the Garbodor, and instead of going for the Protect as he goes for Toxic Spikes, I go for say Calm Mind. Like I said a few minutes ago, or seconds, I pretty much lost track of time. But anyways, I do set up a Calm Mind, get my Wish, so now I'm at +1 until he reveals to me that he has Clear Smog. But I go for another Calm Mind to kind of neutralize that, so that turn was kind of wasted, but it kind of prevented me from getting up to +2, and I'm pretty much just rambling. But now out comes Leafeon, knowing that a Scald is coming its way, and if I remember correctly, Leafeon does have pretty good defenses, and at +1 it still took that hit beautifully, because resisted and whatnot. And now Leafeon's going to be setting up a Wish, as I am going to be firing off a Shadow Ball and get a special defense drop. And I believe here that I predict the Protect and go for the Calm Mind, but he actually is running Heal Bell on Leafeon. And I was pretty much caught off guard from that. And now, unfortunately for me, Gigalith is now awake. Not like it mattered or anything, since his team isn't really affected by Stealth Rocks and whatnot. But now, I'm surprisingly going to be outspeeding this Leafeon this turn. But it actually turns out that he's going to roar me out into Skuntank, which is pretty beneficial since I do absorb the Toxic Spikes, thanks to Skuntank's poison typing. But now, Gigalith is going to be coming in, and I actually go for the Tom predicting it, another Wish. And here I make another stupid move and leave my Skuntank in on Gigalith, as it does go for the Earthquake, and will be taking my Skuntank down. But thanks to that stupid move, now the Hypno has turned into a pretty big threat, as said Hypno comes out now off the Alomomola switch. And I go for the Scald, and it does pitiful damage. But then again, modest Alomomola with max special attack, yeah, it's not going to be doing that much to a Hypno anytime soon. But now Hypno's going to be pulling Seismic Toss out the bag, and we'll be getting my Moongus. And now he's going to actually switch into his Gigalith to be Sleep Fodder or something. But I actually pulled Stun Spore because I didn't see any Forewarn on that Hypno, so I'm suspecting that it does have the Inner Focus ability. And then out comes Garbodor as I go for the Giga Drain. And I feel like this is a pretty dang good opportunity to send out my Choice Banded Emboar, because the Garbodor could set up hazards, and at this point, pretty much the rest of this team is going to get wrecked by Choice Banded Earthquake. And as tempting as it was to go for the Flare Blitz, I kind of knew that the Gigalith could have survived the Flare Blitz from Choice Banded Emboar, so I do predict the switch and go for the Earthquake. And this is pretty much going to be the beginning of the end. Trash the Garbodor is going to be coming in. Earthquake. Yeah, Garbodor, you're not going to be living that anytime soon. So go back to your trash heap bed, and etc, etc, etc. Leafeon comes in. From that range, it's not going to be living a Choice Banded Earthquake, but he is going to be setting up a Wish to get off to Hypno, kind of thinking that he's going to be living a Choice Banded Earthquake. And as you will see, the Hypno will be living the Earthquake, but just barely. And he goes for the Wish again, and I kind of think that was a misclick, but he knows that CrispyMelon44 kind of knows that it's not possible for Hypno to live another choice banded earthquake, so he scoots here. And that'll be the game. And a little update for the road. I'm going to be going to the beach for about a week, so yeah, kind of a lack of uploads for the next coming week. I will update you. Wait, after I get back from the trip on how the trip was and stuff, but yeah, I'm kind of hoping to have fun at the beach and get myself a little rest and relaxation before I head off to college. But anyways, that was a good game, CrispyMelon44, and rate, comment, sub, and I will see you guys next time!